Hi everyone, it's Inky. Welcome to another educative tutorial. Today I'll be showing you how to make a no dart transparent corset, and this inspiration is gotten from Vicky James' corset masterpiece. So here I'll be showing you how to draft the pattern in this tutorial. The sewing tutorial is not in this section because it will be very long. That's why I reduce it to let's just do the part 1 as the pattern drafting, and the part 2 will now be the sewing. So let's get started. These are the materials I used for this tutorial. I used the corset, the transparent mesh. This mesh is just like a net, but the net is very stretchy and it's kind of polythene, very stretchy and strong. It is not more of a cotton. It's not a cotton. It's like a polythene. It's stretchy, it's strong, and it's very firm, and the knit is very close. So this is my crepe. The crepe is a skin tone crepe, and this is my customized cup. This cup is made with laminate foam and also some other materials that I used in making these tutorials will be linked in the description box. So this is the pattern I use for the customized cup, and this is my ST. This ST is used to support all the crepe everywhere that I use crepe in this tutorial. So here I'll be drafting my pattern, and like I told you, the pattern is a no dart pattern. There is no dart anywhere in this pattern drafting. So I'll just take my border line. After taking the border line, I will take all the points. Like I'll take the breast point, the under bust, the half length, and also the hem line of the blouse. So we are just taking a basic blouse, a basic bodice measurement. So just take your simple basic bodice. If you can draft a basic bodice, you will be good with this. You will get this right. So just draft your basic bodice with no dart. So here I will label my breast point, the under bust, the half length, and the next line. I'll come up by 2.5 to take my upper chest measurement. I did this because I don't want the cleavage to be showing, the bust to be showing. So here you take the space of 3/4 of an inch, the space that is in between the corset. So just place your cup and to be sure of how it will look like. So I'll come up by 2.5 like I told you, and take a straight line on that, which represents my upper chest. And here I'm going to trace out my cup as shown. I'll trace out my cup as shown. And here, as you trace out your cup, be very careful that your cup is not flat when you're tracing it up. You can see the way I'm holding the cup. I hold the cup in such a way that the cup is still firm and it can still accommodate the bust area. So here, you take the bust circumference divided by 4. You input it. The bust measurement divided by 4. Also on the upper chest, then you add half of an inch. Here on the other bust, input your under bust measurement divided by 4. I've not added any sewing allowance here. And on your half length also, input your half length circumference divided by 4. When you get to the hem line of the blouse, you just input the hip measurement. So the hip measurement is 40, then I input 10. So here, like I told you, the blouse measurement, the blouse length is 23 inches. So then I join all the lines together. After joining the lines together, I just bring a cuff up on the hem line of the chest. So this is not very essential, but you can put it to make it a smart blouse. So here I input the shoulder measurement. The shoulder measurement is 14 divided by 2 is 7. Then I drag it down to the upper chest measurement. Then I input the armhole curve like so. So I input the armhole curve for the front pattern like so. So you can see in all this drafting there is no dart. So I input the neck circumference. That's 3 by 3, 3 in depth and 3 in width. So I connect it together like so. So here you can decide to remove the yoke, and you can decide to put the yoke in when you are coupling your dress. So here I input the half-inch sewing allowance. Half of an inch sewing allowance is input here. That's just my sewing allowance in this tutorial. So after I input this, I go ahead and cuff it up on the hemline also. I input half of an inch sewing allowance on the hemline also, and this is what we have. This is what we have. And after I have done that, I'm almost done with my pattern drafting. I mean the pattern drafting of the front panel. So this is the front bodies. So after I have done that, the next thing to do is to make sure those dotted lines are shown. So I'm going to draw it in such a way that it will show very well. So I'm trying to bring out all those dotted lines of my bra cup, and after I have done that, then we'll move to, so I'm trying to check what is here. So we'll move to drafting of the back bodies by extending those lines, the lines of the upper chest, the lines of the under bust, and so on. So when I get here, the zipper allowance is the ZA. We don't need the zipper allowance though. Then we input the same neck width but different neck depth. The neck depth here is just half of an inch, and depending on the type of neck style that you want. So here I'll come up from the upper chest, from the bust line by 1.5, then curve it up to the upper chest. So the depth of the neckline, the back neckline, will be lower than that of the front neckline. That's what I'm trying to do here. And here I'm going to input 2.5, which is the spacing, the lacing spacing. So 2.5 all through. Then I'm going to use a straight line to indicate that. Then after I've done that, I will input all the measurement, the circumference measurement all through, the way I did for the front bodies. So I will just input all the circumference measurement at the back. Then after I have done that, I will add, I'm trying to draft the neckline, then remove the yoke at the back. So there will be a yoke at the back also, although this yoke I may not use it in this tutorial, but I'm just trying to show you that you can just draft it together so that if you need the yoke, you will be able to use that later. So I added half of an inch sewing allowance for the back bodies also. I added half of an inch sewing allowance the way I did for the front bodies. So after I have added half of an inch sewing allowance, I will go ahead and mark this place as the yoke. Then, like I told you, the lacing space is 2.5. You can make your lacing space to be 2 inches. It depends on how wide you want the lacing space to be. But for the purpose of this tutorial, I made it 2.5. That's the lacing space. And I've dragged it down on a straight line. This is the sewing allowance of the lacing space area. So after I've done that, I'll add sewing allowance of half of an inch on the hemline of the blouse also, the way I did for the front. So the back drafting is not complicated at all. So like I told you, if you can draft a basic bodice, you don't have any issue with this. In fact, you don't even need to input a dart, because you don't really need a dart in this tutorial. You are still going to lace it, and by the time you are snatching, everything will be put in place. So here I'm going to cut out my pattern like so. So just take note of how I cut the pattern here. So I'll remove the yoke, the front yoke, this way. So wherever there is no sewing allowance, when you want to sew, you are going to add the sewing allowance. So like on the yoke part, you can add your sewing allowance there. And here I can place it like so, and to check what I have. So this is, I can put my cup like so, and you can see how it fits in. So this is the difference between a ready-made cup and a customized cup. You can see a ready-made cup, it does not fit in at all. So a ready-made cup, you can still use it, but when you want a kind of shape like this, you need a customized cup. That's why I'm going to attach the tutorial so that you will learn how to make a customized cup that will fit into this kind of a pattern. So I have the tutorial on my channel already. I'll put the link in the description box for you. So here I'm going to input the armhole curve for the back, then cut it out the way I cut out the front pattern. So after I've cut it out, This is you can see the way I'm cutting it out. I remove the lacing space because that will not be part of the pattern. Then here is the neckline. The shape of the back neckline. I take 1 inch here. Then after the 1 inch, I connect it to the upper shirts, below the upper shirts, like so. This is the kind of shape that I want for my back neckline. So you can make any type of shape that you want for your back neckline. This is not a standard, but what I desire for this type of tutorial. So we've almost come to the end of this tutorial. You can see the pattern is very beautiful. So if it can be this beautiful, the sewing tutorial will be more. So stay connected so as not to miss out of all the tutorials on this channel. I'll be uploading the sewing tutorial very soon. So if you have any comment, any suggestion, leave it in the comment section and I'm going to reply as soon as I see it. Until then, take good care of yourself. Bye.